If you're feeling stuck on your serve, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how I transformed one of my students from having a mediocre at best serve to a weapon in just 3 months. Because the serve is the most important part of your game, and he was able to move an entire UTR point in the process.
A pretty crazy transformation, especially considering it was only 3 months of work, all via online coaching.
And here's the thing, I didn't have to reconstruct his serve. I only changed these 3 things to make sure that he was getting more power and more consistency, so he's winning more matches. And trust me, if you're not happy with your serve, then you definitely make one of these 3 problems and you're going to get something from this video. Now let's get into it. The first thing that we changed was his tossing arm. As you can see in the old video, his tossing arm was bent as he was hitting his trophy position. So when we're hitting our serve, it's really important that we keep this tossing arm nice and straight after we've tossed the ball. Why is that? Because it allows us the better shoulder over shoulder rotation as we swing through with our racket arm. So if my arm is looking like this, all bent like so, my tossing arm, as soon as I try to rotate, I no longer can pull this back shoulder up with my tossing hand because it's all the way down here. I have nothing to pull it up with. It will also make sure that you are straight and upright in your motion so that when you go to serve, your chest is looking up, your head is up. As soon as you bend this arm like so, your technique collapses and you're going to be hitting a ton of net errors. This is a big one for net errors. So if you hit a lot of serves into the net, it's probably because of your tossing arm. Now, the second thing that we changed was his follow through. His follow through was stopping way too early. So in a normal serve, we want to make sure that our follow through swings all the way through and across our body. What Amit was doing was that he was stopping the follow through halfway across his body. So it was only stopping at about here. All right, it would finish around here. If I'm stopping that follow through at around my body here and my legs, then my torso isn't able to rotate nearly as much as if I follow through all the way past my side, past the left side of my body. So the only way you're going to be able to know if this is you is by filming yourself, because a lot of players, what they do is they stop the follow through here and then sort of let the racket relax and let it sort of come past their body like this. So it looks like this. So we're serving like so, we stop the follow through in front of us and then we let it come past after the motion is finished. You want to make sure that your follow through is one continuous motion, okay? It doesn't stop and then do a tiny little start to go by us. We need to make sure that it's a full motion as it swings past our body. That is how you'll know your follow through is correct. Or you can send the footage over to me and I'll give you the same training that Amit was able to absolutely transform his serve with and gain a whole UTR point in just 3 months. So if that sounds like something that interests you, hit the top link in the description. Let's get on with the video. Because number 3 was the biggest change by far. It's the elephant in the room here. And I'm saving this one for last because it's the most important, but it's also the most difficult for a lot of people. In Amit's old serve, you can see that his legs are dead straight in his trophy position. And what this does is as he moves his weight forwards, because there's that excess weight that can't coil into his legs, you see that actually he takes a step in with that left foot, giving him a footfall, right? It causes a footfall because all that weight is trying to go somewhere, all that momentum is trying to go somewhere, and he's forced to step in with that left foot, okay? Now, if you step in with your left foot, this could absolutely be the reason. So what we had to do is we had to really focus on bending our legs as we are serving. And the thing is that if you don't film yourself, you have no idea how much you bend because you feel like you're bending a lot, but you're not actually, okay? So when Amit came to me, he said, I feel like I'm bending my legs, but I can just see here that they're dead straight. And so I told him, look, listen, you have to really exaggerate it. There's a reason why you don't do it is because it feels weird, which means that you have to feel weird as you start to do it, as you start to learn this movement. It's going to feel a bit weird. So he was able to really get low on that trophy position and bend nice and far down so that he could load his legs as he was moving that weight into the court. And as he coils those legs, he's able to explode with the leg drive because his legs are no longer dead straight. If you think about it, to be able to explode out with your legs need a bend. You can't explode anything when they're completely straight, all right? It's just not going to happen. So you need to make sure that your legs are bending in that trophy position. Now, a good little tip when it comes to fixing this is when you're in your preparation position, okay, when you're, leaning into the court, whatever, at the very beginning of your serve, make sure that your legs are bent in that position because it feels way natural to be starting low and then stay low throughout the entire serve instead of being straight and then having to bend and do all of your trophy position movements all at once. If you're already low, it becomes a lot easier. So try that out if this is a problem for you. But regardless, you can see the absolute transformation that came through by just bending his legs. He's getting lower, he's driving better, he's no longer foot faulting on every serve. He's able to coil all of his weight transfer properly instead of losing it all as soon as he gets into his trophy position. If you want the same transformation Amit was able to get with his serve, then just hit the top link of the description. It's a school community with a bunch of free tennis courses, with a bunch of tennis players who are like-minded trying to improve. And there you can chat with me about how you can start coaching in a way that's going to actually improve your serve. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.